Hello everyone. No, it's not the babbling brook, but before I finish, you may think it's the babbling editor. I wanted to take a moment, and I wanted to try to do that this morning, but unfortunately, as all things happen, I was running a little bit late this morning, and I know that doesn't surprise anybody, but I want to have a conversation. And I've been wanting to have this conversation for a while because there have been some changes that have been going on at the Echo, and there have been some changes that have gone on with this channel. You may have noticed some of those changes. Certainly one of the biggest changes happened this past Tuesday, where we actually did a live broadcast of the Bexar County Livestock Show. We're going to be doing those live broadcasts frequently this next year in 2020. We are constantly looking for a way to keep our community together, to celebrate the accomplishments and triumphs and sometimes tragedies that our community goes through. And I believe that doing that on a video stream is going to be important to that. So yes, we're going to become a lot more active on this channel. I can guarantee you that there are going to be at least 2 uploads a week on this channel going forward. Now, the next 2 weeks are going to probably be course altering. I don't know how the next 2 weeks are going to play out, but what I can tell you and what I can promise you is that it is not going to affect what I just told you about 2 uploads a week. And as I would just describe, those uploads are going to be obviously live broadcast of events that are happening inside our community, but they're also going to be a moment where we sit down and have almost like a coffee talk, where we talk about the issues, we talk about those items that are important and affect us on a daily basis. But there are a couple of rules. One of those is that we're going to respect everybody that contributes to that discussion. We're not going to step in and take things personally. We're not going to direct our comments personally. And more importantly, sometimes we have to agree to disagree. But I think it's important that we talk, that we share ideas, thoughts, concerns with each other. And I want to establish that type of atmosphere. So I'm looking forward to those. And I certainly guarantee you that as soon as the new year happens, that's going to be one of them. I'm in a place today where I come and I contemplate and I ask for wisdom and direction. And you also need to understand that that beacon of faith, that whole guiding principle is very important to me, and you're going to see some of that on the channel. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, then I certainly understand if you have to unsubscribe or step away. But I hope that you will also join me in that journey, because I think with both of us being together, with all of us coming together, then we both will grow in our direction and where we want to be. So last night we had a very historical moment inside American history. For the 3rd time, we had a president that was impeached. This is not what this message is about. In fact, I say this because I want you to understand that from my perspective, we're probably not going to talk a lot about that. One of the reasons being is because we're getting ready to go into a political season, and I guarantee you the media and everybody else is going to talk enough about it that, well, you can form your own opinions and go from there. And I hope you do form your own opinions. I hope you form educated opinions about how you feel on that subject and going forward what it means to us in our future. But the message that I do want to express today, besides that of being one of change, is that this is the holiday season. And we need to remember that this is a season that is supposed to be filled with joy, brotherhood, and love. But for some in our community, it is not that joyous time. And what I mean by that is that there are people that are separated from their friends, their family, their loved ones, and some have lost those friends and loved ones. And so we need to remember that although we're struggling with trying to shop and take care of getting all the plans ready for the big day, there may be a friend next to you that is struggling in a different way. And so I hope that you take time between now and Christmas Day to think about those friends. Think about those that are having a bad day, those that might need just a little extra word of encouragement. And I hope that you can become that word of encouragement. I hope that you can indeed reach out to them and say, hey, I'm here. Maybe it's a neighbor that you need to take a cookie to. Maybe it's a stranger that you want to buy a cup of coffee for. But what does matter and what is important is that we as a community come together. And that is what 2020 is going to be for me. A time where we as a community come together. A time where we as a community share what's important to each other. I thank everyone for their patience. I thank everyone for being with me as I struggle to find the right balance and the right place. Just to let you know, and here's a sneak peek, but on Monday, I'm going to be taking a trip. I'm going to be taking a pilgrimage. I need to work through some things as I'm getting ready for 2020. And I'm going to take you along with me on this pilgrimage. Maybe it will explain some things, maybe it won't. I promise it's not going to be one of those where for 5 hours I assail you with everything that is going on, but you'll be brought in on the important parts of that journey. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to bringing you with me in 2020. Thank you so much.